What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Another AppSheet video. For today, we will be exploring on how to do a price calculation from a grid perspective. So this is actually a question by Mihan, and basically the question is asking on how to do calculation based on a grid setup for, in this case, talking about wood, right? So it's a very interesting case, which thankfully, fortunately, AppSheet is able to do something similar. And I did some modifications to the table so that the scenario would fit well. So without further ado, let's check it out. All right, guys. So to start off our grid pricing adventure for AppSheet, as you can see on my screen, I have three tables ready, which is the first table would be wood, pricing, and transaction. So for the wood table, we have only two columns, which is the unique ID and the name of the wood type that we have available. Say, for example, then of course we have the pricing grid. All right. So let me explain the first one, which is the drop width, which is actually representing the key. All right. So for every row, the drop width will act as the key. Then secondly, we have the drop and width. And based on that, we have the pricing for each types of wood that we have available. So for example, we have the amber type. Then we have Arctic oak, desert oak, Linara, Linara fine grain, Mirage, and Mirage fine grain. Then of course we have the transaction table. Similar to the previous one, we have the unique ID, the drop with wood type and price. Okay. So now back to AppSheet. So once we have created the app, we have we have imported all the three tables inside the app. Okay. So I have pricing, transaction, and wood. Okay, so for the wood table will act as the repository where we keep all of the wood types available here. Then in pricing, we have the pricing for each types of wood. Okay. And of course, the key for the pricing table, again, to explain, is actually the drop width. Hence why I have selected drop width as the key. And hence you can see the key icon here so that you'll understand better. All right. Now, what's important is the transaction table, where I have the unique ID, drop with wood type and price. So for wood type in transaction table, I am actually pulling it from the wood table and taking the name column from the table itself. Okay, so then it will become a drop down. So to do that, you can simply insert the name from the wood table. Okay, so where the magic happens would definitely be in the price column in transaction table. So for this particular case, I am using switch. So we have switch, wood type. Then we have multiple conditions. As you can see on my screen here, we have amber, Arctic oak 50 millimeters, desert oak, Mirage, Mirage fine grain. Okay, so what it does is, if we were to select amber, it will then look up the drop and width. Hence, we are actually concatenating it in such manner so that it combines to become the key that we are looking up back to the pricing table. So once we have actually concatenated the key, we will then look for that particular key in the pricing table. Hence where you will see the drop with table here, reference here. And once both keys are matched, it will then extract the price. So once we have the price, definitely it will then display in the transaction table. So to demonstrate, I will then go to transaction table. So there's no transaction here. So let's add a new one. Oh, sorry, for drop, since before I begin, of course, the drop and width in the transaction table, I'm also pulling it from the pricing table, and respectively for drop and the width in the pricing from the pricing table. Okay, so if I were to select, since all of the drops are having the same measurement, which is 1200. So once I select 1200, then the next selection will be the width. Let's say, for example, I'll just take 400. And you will see error here for now because there's no wood type selected. Plus, I have the condition set to display error if neither of the conditions are met. So, not to worry. If I were to select, say for example, amber, there you go. We have $20.26. Okay, so let's do a cross check from transaction table. So we have amber 1.2 and 400 is 2026. Let's see 1400 for amber price is 2026. So of course, if I were to change this to say Arctic oak, it'll be 21. Doing the similar check, Arctic oak is 21. Okay, so let's say I have quantity and total added in my table. So let's see, let's regenerate this just to make it more, complete. So quantity, we'll leave it as such. Okay, and for total, however, it would be the price multiply with the quantity. Okay, so total definitely will be price. And let's try it again. So going back to my existing transaction here. Now, if I were to add quantity, it will be 21. If I were to increase the quantity, it will increase as well. So this is just to add more features or functionality. Of course, this is not representing a multiple transaction in one main transaction. We can do that in a different video. But this is just to demonstrate on how to do the grid pricing mechanism in Appsheet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't, so that you may find more contents like this in the future. And don't forget, if you are planning to support me by being a member, you can actually click join in the channel itself. And of course, this helps me to grow well further. And of course, this is not mandatory, it's optional, and any support is much appreciated. So don't forget to drop your comments and questions, guys, so that I'll be able to do more videos in the future. So please take care, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.